families. I'm very excited to have Christian Mendez here with me today so that we can talk about resistance that comes up. But before we do that, because we had a few technical issues yesterday, and we were talking about where's your oxygen mask, and we got cut off. So the most important, oh, let me mute that. So the most important thing is that we need to put our oxygen mask. We need to take time for ourselves so that we can feel that we love ourselves. Now, that can be very triggering for many. If you had told me this 10, 20 years ago, I would have been, what are you talking about? I don't get this. So today, even though I still have emotions, which we all do, I just have a way of respecting myself a little more. Okay. And I will let Christian dive into this self love because he's got a really cool way of explaining it. Go ahead, Christian.
Thank you, thank you. Absolutely, you can hear me good.
Yes.
Good on the audio. Okay. Well, the way that I've seen it, the way that I've learned, the way that I've been practicing in it, it just truly is eye opening for me in my everyday now. Instead of opening up, and I've had boundaries already before, breathing and snap tap zap, but even having boundaries where I don't check emails, after a certain time or before a certain time. The fact of the matter is that being able to breathe and to be able to self-regulate and take back the control, such as a start, as as a start to my day, as a start to my anything really, because I start feeling tension now. I can feel pinches, I can feel knots, and I believed yesterday, I was even reframing something with you live, which totally felt like almost like a nerve that was kind of twisted and frustrating, that I felt it even straighten out, if you will. I know that's
And
insane to
Christian, just
say.
to have clarity for the audience, when we first met and first started working together, were you able to feel that inside of you?
Oh no, gosh, no. Um, a good background is, yeah, no. They say this is my happy face. So, one of the calluses, and it's sad to say, but yes, the calluses of life have had impacted me so much, and because I was so routinely with that, it felt normal. So
Yes.
not only did I not know, not only did I not feel into it, but what I was the callus, the non-feeling was so routine and so norm that when I started, and I have started, and I've done counseling before, and I've done other steps, that's not new to the self improvement journey. It's the fact that now self regulating and giving me first, and again, it's giving me back my time, and it's saying I am worth 5 minutes in the morning. It is worth me getting up without being rushed to prepare myself the night before. Some people say, "There's no way, Christian. I'll make too much noise." Listen, and this is one thing that we touched based on yesterday that keeps, and it's ringing back in my ear. Whatever you think, ladies and gentlemen, everybody is listening. Okay, mothers, grandfathers, grandparents, uncles, aunts, whatever it is, whatever you think, you are going to be right. So whether you think you can or you think you can't, it all goes back down to what you think is what you will feel, which is what you will be in your core, which is how you will function, and it will manifest. It will come out that way. Now, You say, I have all of the best intentions. Yes, yes, go ahead. Jump on in.
I always say, what you think about, you bring about.
It's what you focus, yes.
Yes. So if you're thinking it's impossible, you're right.
Yes.
Go do something else. But if you think, if you're listening to us and you're like, wow, this is intriguing. I want to see what this is all about. See it.
Yes.
If Christian couldn't feel a few months ago and he can feel now, wow.
Oh.
I mean, this is very, very important to be able to just say, wait a minute, there are solutions, there are strategies, even though I have tried this, and this before, it didn't quite work, or maybe it just prepared you so that you would be ready. And I want to, because you mentioned Snap Tap Zap, and I just want to lead with that. So when you think of self-love, I'm going to integrate the two sessions together.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
When we think of self-love, can you breathe? Put your hand on your heart. Can you feel your heart beating? Can you feel that? That's you. Take a minute. Breathe in deeply. You are alive. You deserve to take care of you first. Like on a plane, if you're not putting on your oxygen mask first, you can't help everyone that's around you. But if you put it on first, then you have enough oxygen to help everyone else. So I will lead you and introduce you to the sparkling train today, Snap Tap Zap. Those of you who it's your first time, you can go back to the first episode. It's all there. You can listen to it. So our first step is to snap. People who can't snap can clap. That's great. It's just to have a sound to bring the attention back to your brain. It's like, what's going on? You know, your brain starts looking for something new, and it's training it. It's sort of that Pavlov with the bell effect that you have if you want to do some research on that. So let's snap, breathe in, and as we breathe in, we scan our body. We go on the sternum, and we tap gently. We can tap like this, we can tap like this, it doesn't matter. We relax our shoulders and we exhale whatever resistance we have to believing that we are worth loving ourselves first. Now take a deep breath in. Out of 10, how intense is that? When I say you deserve to love yourself first. If your first answer is resistance, oh no, but there's this and there's that, you're up pretty high on the resistance scale, a scale of.
And we say yes. And we say yes, your feelings are absolutely valid. And there's different things, and there are wars, and there are famines, and this may be adding to folks that are thinking, wait, I didn't think about that. So we do want to introduce that, because if you are being introduced to resistance, then you're in the right place.
Yes, continue. Exactly. Thank you, Christian. That's why we do this together, so we can support and reframe things or frame them better for everyone to understand. Okay, so we're tapping, we're taking a deep breath in. We're noticing our resistance in our body. Maybe we can feel it, maybe we can't, and it's okay. We relax the shoulders and we exhale. Giving it permission to breathe. So breathing in again, a nice deep breath. Oh, imagine that you're at a train station and I want you to blow the frustration, the overwhelm, the stress, the resistance that you are feeling into that train, and that train will spiral down into the planet to be burned by all that magma that we have in it. So let's exhale that. And breathing in again. Notice the resistance, that it changed spots in your body. Is it still there? Is it gone? Is it stronger? And exhale back onto the spiraling train, letting it all go.
I'm gonna slowly, smoothly jump in, and I'm gonna tell you folks as we share this, I couldn't see a train. My imagination blocks were up. Christine has a couple of other examples. She has a hot air balloon. But the train in the magma, I'm just telling you, my logical brain goes, what? Train? Now I need tracks. Now I need this. And so I'm telling you, folks, just know that you're going to release that. And if it's just into the air, into the cosmos, into whatever, here's what you're doing. You're releasing it from you. That's the biggest point. That's the biggest inhale in acceptance and love for yourself as you continue tapping and saying you are worthy. And I don't hum like most people do. I've learned because of Christine, I am worthy. So I say me.
I love myself enough to what? To take a minute for myself and just do snap, breathe in, tap, relax, and exhale into the spiraling train. Some people love the incinerator. If you could imagine an incinerator better, go for the incinerator and exhale it into that. Be creative. Imagination is very, very powerful. When we add imagination to the tapping, to the breath work, it just makes all three of them even more powerful. So,
And I want to
sometimes,
say is that all of those components are a part, an extension, and you. Notice the three components are back on you. You've always been in control. We've just been hijacked and said, hey, we got this fun stuff, we got this stuff, and we got this career, we got these goals, and we can say, that is for me. But right now, me. I am choosing this once upon caveman. I'm choosing me. And nothing else matters right now but you. Tap on that self love, those that have heard from others. You're such a good friend. You're such a kind, or you're such a good this. Remember that person telling you that and picture them right next to you? That's you talking to yourself now because you are that person. You are that person to others. We just want you to be that person to you. You are worth it. You are loved. You are valued. And you can make better decisions today. And you can make some extraordinary or just regular decisions or just slight shifts. That's okay too.
I love how you talk about the decisions because
Oh,
when we're navigating as dads, as moms, as parents, grandparents, teachers, navigating life, conflicts arise. And if we are in survival mode, unconsciously in survival mode, because most of us are unconscious about our survival mode until we learn about it, our brain thinks that there's something dangerous that's going to happen to us. So we react. We fight back with words. Kids will fight back with their fists. Adults too sometimes, but we react instead of just snap, breathe in, tap, relax the shoulders, the spine, and exhale. And once we feel that we've calmed down to at least a 4 out of 10, then our prefrontal cortex, our logical mind, is able to make choices that we know in our heart are the right choices. And this, when your child, your teen, or coworker, is talking to you. And you're triggered. It's okay. Awesome. You're noticing it. But it's a trigger from the past, from somewhere that you picked up. And it's okay. However, how you deal with it from today forward is to snap, breathe in. Yes, from today forward is to say, now I have this tool to calm my survival mode, calm my amygdala, calm that tiger that's coming at me from all sides, that fear that's seeped into me. And it's normal to have it. Yesterday, I had a breakdown. I call them breakdown to breakthroughs. I need to break down and cry and let it out. Christian was a witness. My boyfriend was a witness on the weekend. I am breaking down big barriers, and it's okay for me to have these emotions. What is different now is I'm not stuck in them for years or months. I am stuck in them for minutes, maybe half a day if it's a really big thing. Or it might be a few days because I can feel it nagging. I can feel it nagging, right? Christian, you said, now I can feel things. Sometimes I'm always better at seeing what's going on with everybody else than myself. So for me, it takes a few days when it's a big thing. And I need to just, give myself self love and talk to the people that can support me. And people who support us, when we leave the conversation, we feel better. So
let's take a let's take
go ahead.
let's jump in.
We've got
Let's jump
5 minutes left.
Let's jump in because there's a couple of things, as Christine said yesterday, in a breakthrough. Um, uh, Folks that know football, it's a fumble. Okay, the play's not dead. Play is live. Ball is live. What do? You pause. People say you jump on and get it, make sure, but there's nobody that's going to take it away from you. This is your ball. This is your game. This is you're in control. You can line your demon up. You can line up. You can strategize. There's nobody that's going to push you in any way because now you have said, "Hey, I found that." That's okay. And yes, our educator of 30 years, our professional, and the one that's leading us, is strong enough and valiant enough to say, hey, I lose it. I do too. And ladies and gentlemen, I lose it a whole heck of a lot more than some. But here's the thing. You are going to start learning that as you fill that cup of love, it's also that cup of grace and to say, hey, we make mistakes. Listen, again, if you guys were sitting, coming out the womb and sat down and were feeding yourselves, congratulations. Please let me know who you are. I want to send you a gift. I want to meet you. I really am all in awe. I don't doubt you. I really want to know what your parents did in order to get you to that state. However, most likely than not, that did not happen in the first 6 months, in the first year, 2, 3, whatever it is. We didn't learn to walk. You didn't pick up a new language. You didn't pick up a new instrument. You didn't pick up a new skill. You didn't pick up a new position. Even when you go from one company to another company. And ladies and gentlemen, if you guys didn't catch it by now, that's what I'm doing. I'm living life. I'm just speaking to you about the things that are in our lives. Guess what? That is the fight or flight that we find normal. And that next carrot, what am I going to do? What am I going to achieve? What do I need? What? Guess what? You are hacking now and saying, I am in control. And everything is happening around me, and everything is happening for me. And just as the sun rises and things grow, things change around you, they don't need you to be there. They get fed and everything that's needed. through earth, through energy. Same with you, is that you'll start gaining that energy, the same energy that when you cut yourself heals yourself, the same energy that can learn new things, adapt to things, will learn to take back the control away from that college, that course, that parent. Yes.
Yeah, it's learning to choose from a place of calm where your fight or flight are not triggered. What fight, flight, or fawn or freeze. There's actually four of them. Some of us just freeze and we don't do anything. We're just there watching Netflix or playing a video game or, you know, because we're exhausted because we can't, and that's okay. I still watch Netflix. I love it. It just helps my brain slow down because I have a very fast brain sometimes, and I'm creating 1,000 ideas at the same time. And I'm, oh yeah, look and blah. And I mean, Christian knows this about me, and it's like, okay, let's calm that down. And yes, while I'm watching the movie, I can snap, tap, zap to help even calm down more. But often, what I have found, I watch a lot less TV. I have a lot more energy, and the movie I choose always has a message for me, which is so interesting. I'm like, that's what I needed. I close everything down. Netflix stays there. The next time I pick it up, I can continue watching the show. And then I'm back and I've got this idea and I'm creating again and I'm moving forward and I'm taking action. So I need to allow myself the space to pause, to stop, right? Stop, snap, tap, relax, and zap that out. Because when you zap it out, there's place for that new feeling of confidence, of self love. And let's just again finish by putting our hand on our heart and feeling. See yourself being able to stop and do your snap, tap, and zap. If you find that doing 15 minutes, hour every day with us takes too long, I have some grants. You can email me or find at christinebegna.com and you can email me from there and find out more. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Christian, for what you have brought. And remember, when there's conflict, when you're triggered, the first thing you want to do is stop, snap, tap, zap, to reduce your resistance, to build that ability to cooperate first with yourself, for self-love, and for those with you. So practice this. How many times today do you want to practice this? 3, 10 times? Every time you're triggered. You can even go to the bathroom if you need a timeout and you don't want to do it in front of people. So
you can do it just to start. You can just snap. You can just snap your fingers. You can just clap if you want, and make anything of it. Just take a second for you, and that's enough. That is enough. That is awesome. That is the next step. So thank you, folks.
Thank you, Christian. See you tomorrow, 12:30 Eastern, 9:30 Pacific.